Live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, welcome to Weird Weekly Recap AKA W.W.R. This show is a dive into the odd, obscure, bizarre, and other words for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports. I am Xander.
Golden Loon.
And UVRU, thank you so much for coming in and watching. Sorry for the weird noises coming from the microphone. Forgot to reposition that before the show. Anyway, today is Saturday, aka Saturday, August 8th, 2026. Let's get into the news, shall we? Starting us off in the Oddity Central. A teenage boy suffered temporary hearing loss after listening to cicadas for 4 hours. Well, first off, they're very loud.
Yeah.
18-year-old boy, by 18, you should be smart enough not to just sit there and listen to, things that literally, it's very loud.
Yeah.
Move. Most people believe that natural sounds are harmless to human health, but a recently reported incident proves that there are some exceptions. Well, yeah. I mean, if something's shrill, even if it's natural, it's going to hurt. Right here. Most people believe that natural sounds are harmless to human health. What if you hear a rattlesnake? That's a natural sound. You think it's not going to hurt? It's not going to kill you if it bites you?
Well, that's not the sound's going to kill you.
The sound don't kill you. The sound, yeah, but the sound.
A warning.
Yeah, but right here, the natural sounds are harmless. Well, the sound itself, yeah, maybe, but it's a warning. So this is just a sweeping. This is just a stupid thing to say right here. The 18-year-old boy, surnamed Wang, went camping in a forest in Ningbo, Zhejiang province, where he was exposed to the clicking sounds of hundreds of cicadas for several hours, which affected his hearing. Yeah, I would have just packed up and left, dude. What are you gonna do? Just sit there in the screaming noise?
Well, was it the middle of the night or what? You can't pack up at.
So you're gonna sit there in the screaming noise and not sleep?
Do you think you would put something in your ears or something?
Well, I mean, if he was prepared, but obviously he wasn't.
Does it say if it was painful to hear? Or?
Well, Wayne noticed that the cicada noises became noticeably louder around noon, but he remained until the forest until evening, when he began experiencing tinnitus and a sensation of fullness in his ears. As the cicadas started going silent, he noticed that he couldn't hear the chirping of birds or even the notification sounds of his phone. Terrified that he could lose his hearing completely, Wang went straight to the hospital. Good, he's actually smart now. Where a quick checkup revealed that both of his ears were swollen. Wow. Huh. He was prescribed medicine to bring the swelling down and advised to avoid loud noises for at least 14 days. Luckily, after 2 weeks, the teenage boy healed completely. Okay, good. So eventually he got some clairvoyance and went to the hospital. But, I mean, so it wasn't in the middle of the night as you asked.
No.
He's just an idiot. An absolute idiot. So hopefully he learns from this. Oh, yeah, and this story and all the other ones that we go through, the links to them are already in the under part of the description. Oh. If any of you want to read any more, we just read a paragraph or two and then we move on. Now this one's incredibly dark. Holy crap. Russia's black widows marry vulnerable men before sending them off to war for profit. Oh, this is what I talk about when I say, the common female issue. They do things like this. It's not just in Western culture, obviously. It's a problem. When Russian soldiers get killed in the war, their spouses or closest relatives receive lump sums of money starting at 5 million rubles or $64,000, and sometimes exceeding 8 million rubles or $100,000. This is the government's way of reassuring conscripts that if, or rather when, they lose their lives on the battlefield, their families are taken care of. It's a straightforward system and apparently easily exploited by ruthless profiteers. Common females.
Here's the great news. He battles through the war, comes back alive. Right now he's got a piece of a crap for a wife.
No, she'll probably just leave him by then. I mean, she's probably already cheating on him while he's gone.
That would be a blessing if she did leave him.
Yeah. Ever since the Russia-Ukraine war began, Russian media have been reporting about so-called black widows, women who approach and trick men into marriage just so they can send them off to war and cash their compensation check as soon as they get killed. CNN recently sat down with Maria, a 37-year-old woman from St. Petersburg whose father had recently been shot on the front lines in Ukraine. She didn't even know that her father had enlisted in the Russian army, nor that he had married a woman 22 years his junior, who apparently had no problem seeing him off to war just 2 days into their marriage. That same woman, who Maria had never even met, conveniently cashed the handsome compensation following her husband's death. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So the daughter didn't even know about this.
Yeah.
And she lost her dad, and then realized that some random bitch took advantage of it and went to the bank.
Yep.
These people should be executed. These people should be chased down in the street and put up on crosses. You know, like frontier justice.
You think the guy who has a teenage daughter, or however old she is, I guess it didn't say how old.
Well, it's desperate men, vulnerable men.
No, the daughter. She was old enough to not know, so she wasn't a little kid.
No, but still, it's her
holy
dad.
Cow. Yeah, I know.
I mean, this is.
So I'm just saying the father's old enough. He should have known better.
Well, obviously not. And, like, you know, people, especially, like, you know, I'm not saying men aren't, but there's more women than there are men that are, you know, very manipulative. They are emotional beings, you know, women. They know how to get into you without you even knowing, and suddenly they're, you know, you got strings and you don't even realize what's going on. You know, in cases like this, people need to be more aware of how, like, devious women can be. You know, like, and, you know, people are becoming more aware of it now. Like, it's, this is absolutely disgusting. Moving on up, female cyclists accused of using bra padding to increase bust size and improve aerodynamics. Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
I mean, you had me until the aerodynamics part.
What is that? Yeah.
I mean, like, is this like Laura Croft boobs? Like, hold on a second. Laura Croft boobs. Can't believe I'm searching this up here. Right here. Like, is this what they're doing? Like, for aerodynamics?
I don't
know.
know.
It's just straight up, like...
I have no idea.
No. The world of women's cycling is currently embroiled in a bizarre scandal involving the alleged use of bra padding to increase the bust area of female competitors and modify airflow around the body. Known as chest fairing, the controversial practice can allegedly decrease drag and can give competitors an unfair advantage during races. You know what? If it has been proven that it can cause an unfair advantage, it's a artificial addition. It should be banned.
I just don't understand. Don't you think something that would just smush you down would make you more aerodynamic? A man's more aerodynamic without them.
Yeah, but they have them. So, like...
Yeah, they do, but I mean, they're...
So, but see, like, depending on the side, now I'm no, like, you know, boob scientician, but, like there's something to do with, like, you know, aerodynamics, and, like, you know, if the boobs are like this big, they only have, like, you know, this much surface area, while if they're even bigger, then they, like, maybe more rounded. I don't know. I don't know the...
I have no idea.
I don't know.
It seems like it'd be the opposite.
I don't know the physics of boobs beyond jiggle, you know? So, yeah, like... but yeah, like, according to experts, a smaller bust can favor the formation of a kind of air pocket at the level of a cyclist's abdomen. Oh, so it's between the boobs.
Ah.
So they might be so they're not padding, well, like, you know, they might be padding all around, but it's the between the area. So, like, because they have these two mounds, air comes in and it has nowhere to escape, and then now you have a pressure of negative speed.
Okay,
so
there's some reason to the madness.
Let me reread this. According to experts, a smaller bust can favor the formation of a kind of air pocket at the level of the cyclist's abdomen, which marginally increases the drag coefficient. For example, Bert Blocken, professor of aerodynamics at Harriet Wyatt University in Scotland, told the British newspaper The Telegraph that chest flaring could provide a reduction of up to 3.6% in drag.
Okay.
Wow. Well, I mean, you know, this should be banned then. And all the people who are doing this should have everything disqualified and everything retroactively stripped of them. So
yeah. It'd be advantageous for men to get boobs?
Well, no, it's not about having boobs.
I know.
It's about modifying the already existing for better, you know, aerodynamics. No, like, if men started wearing bras and everything, that's going to create a lot of drag.
Yeah.
You know, right out of the bat. This is about, like, creating less drag out of already pre-existing drag because of anatomy.
Yeah.
So, now then again, for us fat people, you know, we got some of these man boobs going on, but we're not out there bicycling. Otherwise, we wouldn't be fat now, would we?
Wouldn't have the man boobs, right?
Yeah, so... clothing brand sells T-shirt that doesn't require washing for up to a month of daily wear. I don't believe this.
I wouldn't like that.
That sounds gross. You know, because it doesn't. If it doesn't smell great, but there's stains, there's crust. You know, like does it not get stiff with sweat? Like, you know, Herculeon, the company that brought us self-cleaning underwear a few years back. How does that work? Recently went viral for launching the 5th iteration of its Herc shirt, a breakthrough design that can reportedly remain smell-free for over a month, even if you don't wash it. Well, there you go. Smell-free, that's great. But if you have, like, freaking, like, a mustard stain from, like, a week ago that's congealed into this, like, solid puck, That's gross.
Well,
That is
let's be honest,
absolutely gross.
Smelling's great, but you're still going to have skin,
Sweat,
skin. What do you call flakes? All that stuff. Good Lord, no
perspiration.
thanks. No thanks.
The Herc Shirt V5.0 was designed to stay fresh for over a month without washing it. It sounds preposterous, especially in the summer when most of us smell. No, it doesn't sound preposterous at all for it to not to smell. If we have the technology to have like anti-smell cloth, that does not seem inconceivable to me.
Yeah.
Like what's inconceivable? It's not that you can go a month without washing it, without it smelling. That doesn't blow my mind. What blows my mind is it a fabric that does not stain? Is it a fabric that if you spill glue on it, or if you put ketchup, like food solidifies eventually. Like anything but water. Like you put Gatorade on a shirt, a week later it's going to be like a solid little thing, and you can actually feel its solidity. Is that not going to happen with this? And even if not, the bacteria is still there. Why would they release something like this after the pandemic? Oh, don't wash your clothes for a month and spread pathogens, freely. Stupid. Absolutely stupid.
I could easily have a shirt like that for a month as long as I had 30 other ones to go with it. Okay.
I got what you said. It overloaded my brain with the amount of lunacy that statement had. UK-based startup launched world's first painless permanent tattoo system. Huh. Getting a tattoo can be a very painful experience, and anyone who says otherwise is either lying or has an unusual tolerance for pain. Having a bunch of needles repeatedly penetrate your skin, sometimes numerous times over the same area, is not the most pleasant experience imaginable, but thanks to the invention of UK-based startup Cypher X, your permanent tattoo doesn't have to be a painful one. This almost sounds like a sales pitch. Motivated by his own fear of blood and needles, Christopher X CEO Ferdinand Cole founded the company with the declared goal of fundamentally changing the centuries-old process of skin tattooing. He focused on microneedling technology, which was already used in cosmetology for some time, and came up with a tattooing process that he claims is virtually painless. Virtually.
Yeah.
So, the revolutionary tattoo process developed by Christopher X involves the use of patches covered in microscopic structures that carry a pigment and introduce them into the upper layers of the skin. The patch is applied using a specifically designed applicator and must be left in place for around 15 minutes for the pigment to be fully released. Okay, so this is very alarming because we don't know the long-term effects of this. And I have a great idea. How about you just don't get a tattoo? How about that? How about you just don't get a piercing? How about that?
It's amazing how many people have, men and women have tattoos.
Yeah. Well, it literally costs $0.00 not to get, any piercings, not to get anything, altered in your body.
Yeah.
Like, any tattoos or whatever. It's absolutely free. It causes zero pain. And it leaves all that time just open to do other things. Like, now, do with your body as you wish. I'm just saying, as someone who has not ever had one tattoo, not ever had one piercing, I've lived a lot more of my life not having pain than you have, if you have any tattoos or piercings. So who's really ahead? You look cool, great, until you get old and everything starts sagging. At least my saggy skin will look like saggy skin, not saggy skin with whatever the hell is on there. So, moving on up to a 162-year-old bottle of Guinness from Shipwreck might be drinkable. I would not want to. No, it's beer.
Yeah.
That's yeast.
First off,
it's
Guinness
probably
been around that long?
Yeah, that is a good question. Number one. Number two, wouldn't it be moldy by now? It's literally liquid bread. That's what beer is. Hops, barley.
Yeah.
A diver who found a 162-year-old bottle of Guinness in a shipwreck off the coast of England contacted scientists who might be able to recreate the 1864 version of the stout. So is this what they mean by might be drinkable? They're going to copy the recipe, not actually drink out of it, I hope. Stefan Panis, an underwater photographer from Belgium, was exploring a shipwreck off the coast of Dover last year when he surfaced with an intact bottle of liquid. It said Guinness and bore the year 1864. Wow. He said the bottle came from what appeared to be a case of 24, and there might be more cases in the area. Panis said he plans to return to the shipwreck when conditions allow him to see if he can recover more bottles. So that's what the actual bottle looks like.
Yeah.
And that's some kind of something, newspaper. And then here's what it says, London. It's very blurry.
Yeah.
It says Guinness Extra Stout. Oh yeah, it's Guinness.
Yeah.
Wow. How old is Guinness? When was Guinness beer created? Let's see here. Guinness. Let's see here. Get rid of that. 18th century. Blah blah blah. Let's see here. Adopted in 1862 by the incumbent proprietor Benjamin Lee Guinness, the Guinness harp motif is modeled on the Trinity College harp, which is the national symbol of Ireland, with the right-facing harp registered as trademark for Guinness in 1876. So I'm getting as far back as 1862.
Okay.
Right here.
Yeah.
So, and this was what year was it?
1860 something.
1860 something. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, from UPI, aka Oopie, Indian woman's 8-foot 10-inch long hair breaks world record. Oh, she broke a world record. Didn't have to do anything. She's too lazy to get her hair cut. Renu Tahariel, a content creator who shares beauty tips on YouTube, was awarded the title for the longest hair on a living person for the female. She took the record from Ukrainian Ali Nasareva, whose hair was measured at 8 feet and 5.3 inches long. Wow.
You know the maintenance that requires that hair. Holy.
If
cow.
she actually does that, though, I mean, it looks beautiful and healthy. I mean,
Yeah,
not
like,
near the bottom.
It looks well careful. Well, you can have split ends at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I mean, just the color looks different. Like, it looks darker near the top, and at the bottom it looks very faded. Oh. What else we got here? Raccoon named Mayonesia rescued from a mayonnaise jar in Dallas. Animal service workers in Dallas came to the rescue of a raccoon seen wandering a neighborhood for several days with a mayonnaise jar stuck over its head. The raccoon, dubbed Mayonesa by locals, had been reportedly spotted over the course of multiple days in the residential area, but managed to evade capture attempts. So we have here a few, that's the image I used for the thumbnail, but yeah, his head, like, he can't move his head, you know? So, like, he's literally, like, just looking up and everything. And there he is, looking down. And eventually, they did get the jar off. There he is. And then they set him free. So that's a heartwarming story.
Yeah.
And then that reminded me of this from Dexter's Lab.
This is an unstable, untested growth hormone distilled from a mackerel. What's a mackerel?
I'm a mackerel. Now get me out of this mayonnaise jar.
He was in a mayonnaise jar. Huh. I don't know why. I remember these stupid little things,
Yeah.
like that has been living rent-free in my head my entire life since I saw it the first time on Cartoon Network in the old house. Like,
Wow.
every now and then, like, I kid you not, like, every now and then, I'm just randomly in my head, get me out of this mayonnaise jar! Why is this coming up? Why? I don't know the Pythagorean theorem, by gall darn it, I remember that Dexter put a mackerel in a mayonnaise jar. For whatever reason.
Wow.
Stolen book returned to store after 40 years with an apology and $100. It's pretty cool. Ooh, a California bookstore recently received a package that turned out to contain a book that was stolen 40 years earlier, along with an apology note and a nice Benjamin. Booklager in Old Town Eureka. Hey, that's not... Well, actually, that's on the other side of the state of us.
That's Northern California.
But we've been there. Twice.
Yeah.
So, said on social media that a package arrived recently and employees opened it to discover a copy of The Unstrung Heart by Edward Gorey. A note included in the package explained the book had been stolen from the store about 40 years earlier. Quote, I was a student at HSU with a horrible drug and alcohol problem, the note's author wrote. I was in desperate need of money, but even more desperately in need of a spiritual awakening in my life. I was eventually blessed with just a psychic change, or something, in quotes. The person explained the book had recently been rediscovered in a box in their garage. So it seems like they stole the book, maybe either to sell it, but then they read it, and then they bettered their life, and then eventually they returned it with $100 that they made from, their better life. So, like, a wrong was written.
Yeah.
Was wrote. Was
made good.
Was righted. Yeah.
Righted, there you go.
Yeah. Trash company recovered lottery players discarded $1.15 million ticket. I would have just said, like, oh no, I didn't find it, like. Roberto Nicola Toscano, director of waste collection company, said the resident had bought a $1 million ticket for the July 31st drawing with their unusual set of numbers 2, 4, 8, 10, 51. It is interesting. The person who had scanned the ticket at a store received a message that the ticket was non-playable, leading them to toss it in the trash. Descato said that the person only later discovered that their numbers had come up in the drawing, and the non-payable message was referred by the fact that the prize was too large to collect at the store. Wow. So be careful out there.
Yeah.
Don't just throw your stuff away willy-nilly. Ask what it means. And like, it can also, like, it's been caught, the actual owners or the workers themselves are doing some kind of scam. They could, it's not that hard to hack these machines and flag something as a winner. So whenever they offer to throw your ticket away, do not let them. Take it with you and rip it in half and then throw it away.
Make sure it's not worth anything.
Yeah, well, but there has been many examples, and this is how I learned. Like, I was told at some point many years ago, never give your losing lottery ticket to the cashier.
Oh, okay.
Because it was a big problem that they hacked these machines to tell it on their side that it was a winner. They're like, oh yeah, sorry to see that, I'll throw it away for you, and then they pocket it. Like, it was a big problem. Moving on up, capybaras wandered into the legislative building in Brazil. A video captured at a state legislative building in Brazil shows workers practicing their animal handling skills by ejecting some unusual trespassers, a pair of capybaras. Let's check out this. I mean, like, how'd they get in there? Why do you leave the doors open? How'd they get in there?
Good question.
Like, you call yourself a government building, an official building, and animals can just wander in? I mean, I can say the same thing about, the several times, like, bears in California have just wandered into, like, grocery stores and like, some city hall or something. Like, close your doors.
Yeah.
Snake catcher removes large python from driver's glove compartments.
Man.
How'd it get in there?
Good question.
Like, there's no way it could slide. Like, there's no hole.
Yeah, it could come up from behind.
But then, how come you don't lose things inside?
Well, I don't know.
Like if it could come in from behind and everything, then that means that there's a opening for anything that you throw in there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe at the top. I don't know. And right here, for whatever reason, the video became unavailable. Like, this video is no longer existing, so they deleted it for whatever reason. An Australian snake catcher responded to a call from a driver who opened the glove compartment and found a large python looking back at them. Oh, crikey! Another day in Australia, I reckon. Sunshine Coast Snake Catchers 24/7 posted a video on social media showing the reptile wrangler named Summer removing the coastal carpet python a Queensland driver found coiled up in the glove compartment of the car. Summer noted in the video that the snake appeared to be cozy and warm inside the vehicle. Well, yeah, it was in the vehicle. Let's see. Let me click on this link to social media. Here we go. Wow. So there it is. That's a big guy. Like, maybe it did climb up and over, but I don't know. Like, it really wants back in. Wow. What else do we got here? A marmot hitches a 75-mile road to Alberta, or in Alberta's man's car. An Alberta man said a marmot he found investigating the inside of his garage had apparently stowed away in his car for a 75-mile trip. Chris Ratchleff said that his child alerted him to the presence of a large rodent in the family's Airdrie garage last week. He said the marmot had apparently stowed away on a recent 75-mile drive from Kananaskis. So, okay. So, this is a big one here. A 97-year-old wing walker. Now, do you know what a wing walker is?
Yes.
Yeah. What is it?
Someone that gets out and walks on a wing.
Yes.
Stands on it,
yep.
Or whatever they do.
Broke her own world record.
Wow.
So a British woman broke her own Guinness World Record when she went wing walking at the age of 97, just 1 year after suffering a stroke. Whoa. Wow.
Good grief.
Shuttleman resident Betty Bromage, who has been wing walking 6 times since she was 87. Wow. Completed her latest stunt on Tuesday when she was 97 years and 127 days old.
We have verified her age, so at this point, all she needs to do is do 5 minutes in the air, including takeoff and landing.
Are you a bit nervous?
Wow.
Never nervous. I'm not in
Oh, wow. There she is up there.
I never thought she'd do anything like that. It's absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Don, her husband, would be delighted.
Are you tempted?
Eh? No.
No.
Officially, a
Good
Great,
for
bit
her.
bumpy,
Yes.
but it was great. Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Ohio Shelter Kitten trades in Hot Wheels for custom wheelchair. So it used to have this thing, not like Hot Wheels cars, or
Yeah.
everybody used to play on words. And then now it has this. Oh well, I think this was its old one. It did have Hot
Yeah.
Wheels.
Yeah.
So now it has its own custom thing. All right, that's pretty self-explanatory. What else we got here? Spider-Man screening evacuated due to strong flatulence odor. So this time the spider was barking. A screening of Spider-Man Brand New Day at a movie theater in Columbia was evacuated when the room filled with a foul flatulent odor. Well, yeah, the only people watching this anymore are like wokies and you know, these morbidly obese lunatics. So of course they're just gonna fart. They're a worse crowd than people who go to Comic-Con and shit. A video recorded at the Sign Columbia Cinema inside the Plaza Boca Grande shopping mall in Cartagena showed movie theater customers, including the one dressed as Spider-Man, filling the lobby after evacuating the theater. The cause of the odor, which witnesses compared to a fart, has not been confirmed, but theories include a patron with a medical issue passing a large amount of gas, or the detonation of a stink bomb, a prank device that gives off a strong odor reminiscent of flatulence. Well, whatever the case, I can't get rid of the music, and that's copywritten music. So, Florida Steakhouse touts clothing optional nude dining experience.
God.
You want to be naked with a steak knife in your hand? Well, I mean, it might not be a problem. Well, I mean, it might be a problem for women. You know, they have something to lose. You know, a lot closer. But then again, if you drop it, you have your like branch and berries to worry about. Maradi Ali, chef and owner of the Class Sorry Steakhouse in Hollywood, came up with the idea of the monthly event as a means of attracting attention to the eatery in an unusual way. Well, it's working, and I don't want to go to this place. I want to boycott it just out of principle. The chef said the servers who remain clothed in their usual good, at least the servers are, that'd be, wow. Like, that'd be disgusting.
Yeah.
Someone who's naked handing you. But then again, you have to sit across from some like naked grandma eating your steak. Hell no. Who remain clothed in their usual attire during the private dinners have been trained to be respectful of unclothed customers. No. Well, now you're forcing the. This is not right. Like, now the employees are being forced to serve naked people. No, I don't like that. I really doubt that that's like a volunteer basis. I have a feeling that to keep their jobs, they have to do this. So this is
I don't
not
think
right.
so.
No,
They're
like
going to get really good tips and all kinds of stuff.
to
Yeah.
deal with seeing naked people. No,
I wouldn't hesitate a bit. If I knew I was going to make some good money from tips and stuff, I wouldn't hesitate.
well,
Serving naked people, what do I care?
well, I mean, that's not good. That's really low standards.
Well, if
You know?
the restaurant features that or whatever, and it's acceptable to people doing it, I don't want to see someone come in and be made to do that. That's not acceptable.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, times are tough, so it's not as if they're going to hire new people. They're taking their already, maybe I'm just speculating here, but I really doubt that they're hiring new people. They're going to take their existing crew and force them, under threat of losing their jobs, to do this, and I find that absolutely reprehensible. This is disgusting. What else do we got here? Florida teen became world's youngest college professor at 18.
Whoa.
I don't know. Like, this sounds like a DEI thing. Guinness World Records confirmed Nathan Thomas, who is now 21, was 18 and 346 days old when he started teaching at Florida's Miami-Dade College in August of 2023. Thomas was also 16 days younger than Aliyah Sabur when she claimed the title for the youngest professor of a female in 2008 at the age of 18 years and 362 days. I don't know. Like, it's like a DEI thing, something like, to try to push, like, oh, look at, why aren't any white people doing this, like, I don't know. There's always an agenda behind things like this. Escaped pet tortoise rescued from railroad tracks in England.
Oh, man.
Rescued by
Lucky.
rear end. It's an animal. Let it be free. Like, train operating company Avanti West Coast, which appropriately had a turtle named Turbo as its mascot, says a passenger waiting on the platform at Runcorn spotted a tortoise next to the tracks near the station and reported it to the officials. Avanti coordinated with Network Rail to shut down the train services at the station temporarily while a rescue plan was put into place. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. Like, animals should be free. So, you know, I don't know. You're going to say something?
No.
Okay.
No, I agree. I don't like pets.
Yeah.
I'm not a big pet person.
Yeah. And last but not least, and this is only because, you know, this is from our states, stranded horse hoisted by helicopter in California. Huh. So, like, let's see this. Let me read. So are they going to set the horse... Oh, I think they're setting the horse down here.
Oh.
Yeah, probably because they're... Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Wow.
It doesn't elaborate on why it had to be done?
Well, it was stranded. A horse that lost its rider during a high-altitude endurance race in California ended up being lifted back to safety by a helicopter. The Nevada County Sheriff's Office Humane Emergency Animal Rescue Team said rescuers responded when a horse and rider became separated early on the Tevis Cup 100-mile endurance ride. The rider was located uninjured, but search crews spent 2 hours in a fruitless search for the equine. The Butte County Sheriff's Office helicopter team finally located the horse in the Granite Chief Wilderness. It was a difficult-to-reach area about 7,200 feet above sea level. And, you know...
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many of them even knew how to ride a horse, let alone professionally enough to read it. So that's why they had to. So it was someone's horse, another pet, and now we have, you know, like all of that, you know, helicopter fuel, all of these professionals' time and money, just because somebody wanted to own another creature. You know, it's despicable. Anyway, and that shall conclude the show. Once again, you know, please check the underbar description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition, and, you know, all the news, articles that we went through, the music in the background, and a handful of other cool things. For your dose of a dive into, different, odd, and unusual news, aka notable events, weather, and sports, we stream every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 Mountain, 5 Central, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do have other shows. We have a history show in about an hour and 28 minutes. We have IOYO, I'm Okay, You're Okay, the
That's
first
right.
Sunday of every month.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
What?
IOYO.
Didn't we do that last week?
No, this is the second. I'm sorry, this is the second. Yeah.
You almost hurt my brain just there.
Man, you shocked me. No, we did it last week.
No, IOYO would not be tomorrow.
No.
We did.
That's the second Sunday.
But I'm just reminding people that we have other stuff here, and we have other things in the works, trying to get it off the ground. But anyway, for all of you and all of us, I'm AO Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you. Until you catch us next time. Oh yeah, what's the code word? Let us know that you're still watching.
Python.
Python. Put Python in the comment section. Let us know that you're still watching up until this point. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, we got that one. Until you catch us next time, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!